Now, the next game, the New York Jets, Buffalo Bills in the Meadowlands, okay? I like the Jets, who are given 3 points for several reasons. Number one, Chad Pennington. We hear about this quarterback controversy all around New York, all around, swirling around the New York Jets quarterback. Well, you know what? He silenced the critics a little bit this past week. He played well enough to win. The defense didn't. And so he's going to get the nod this week. But I think this is the week he's going to put all this quarterback controversy to rest. Pennington is bona fide. He's a bona fide quarterback. He puts up bona fide numbers, and he does things the right way. And he can make the passes. He was throwing 50-yard passes and catching the receivers in stride. And I like it for that reason. Also, Buffalo, they don't have much there. I don't like their defense at all. And against that Buffalo secondary, Pennington should have a field day. So, you take the Jets, you give the points, you're going to be a happy fella. Now, the next game, everybody knows what's happening down in California with the fires. We're talking about San Diego and Houston. This game is normally I would say San Diego, if not for the fact that this has been a hectic week for the Chargers. They had to move their practice facility out of Southern California into Phoenix. Okay, they don't know where they're playing. They do not know where the game is going to be. Okay, it's probably going to be in Tempe at Sun Devil Stadium. Okay, that means that there's really no home field advantage here. It's like playing on a neutral turf. Okay, so you got San Diego. They're given 9.5. I like Houston in this game. I like Houston coming in. Rosenfels, who was filling in, did a great job. He's probably going to get the nod again. I like them coming in. I would take Houston and the 9.5 points against a San Diego team that A, has underperformed so far this year, and B, has had a hectic week. You have LaDainian Tomlinson, you have Phillip Rivers, their house is burnt down. I'll tell you, they're not thinking about football. Take Houston, take the 9.5, you're going to be a happy fella. Now let's see, what are the other games we have? We have a couple more. We have Tampa. Back at the truck on Tampa. I like Tampa Bay. At home, against the Jacksonville Jaguars, giving 4 points. After Jacksonville's short week and their big abysmal performance on Monday night, I like what Garcia is going to be able to do to that defense. I really do. You say, okay, fine, it's a big physical league, but Garcia eats them up. Garcia is a smart quarterback, and if any offensive-minded coach out there can pick apart a defense, it's Chucky. It's John Gruden. And you know Gruden's a Florida guy. All right, this is an interstate match. This is basically almost like the I-4 match, the match for Florida dominance. And so, there's going to be extra onus on Gruden, who is a Florida guy, to win this game to show that the Tampa Bay is the class in the state of Florida. So what I would do if I were you, and what I'm going to do, is Tampa Bay, give the 4, and you're going to take the money. You're going to be a happy fella. Now, the next game, New Orleans at San Francisco. Now, the New Orleans Saints are given 3 points. I take San Francisco and I take the points on this, and here's why. New Orleans just doesn't have it. We've all seen them. They don't have it this year. And I think it's going to be another coming-out party for Frank Gore. I think they're just going to feed Frank Gore the ball, and they're going to run against a front seven that has been very, very disappointing to this point in the year. The front seven for the New Orleans Saints has just been abysmal. Now, the offense hasn't been much better. They do have their weapons. They do have Reggie Bush, and Brees can still connect to Colston, but I really like San Francisco at home, getting 3 points, and you take your money, and you're going to be a happy fellow. Now, the big game I like is New England. New England Patriots are playing at home against Washington, okay? 16.5 for you. And you say, man, you're crazy. You must be crazy if you're going to take New England. Just crazy. 16.5 points. Well, you know what? Did you see that? Did you see the game last week or the week before? Tom Brady's playing catch. He's not playing football. He's playing catch. The Patriots haven't had to play football yet this year. There's not a defense out there that can stop that offense, and Washington sure as hell ain't that defense that can do it. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what's going to happen here. Tom Brady's going to have another field day. Randy Moss is going to be good for 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. He might have a career day against Washington's dilapidated secondary. And we got Wes Welker, who is the best possession receiver in football today. So I like New England, given 16. You're going to take the money. And you know what? You're going to be a happy fellow. Now, we get the Monday Night Football game, which is one that I'm going to be keenly interested in, because it's in Denver, in the Mile High, in the altitude, and basically it's winter up there already. The Rockies practically got snowed out. Okay? It's cold, it's ice, it's frozen, and that's why I like Green Bay getting points. Brett Favre loves the cold. He loves it. He's not a Lambeau Thunder. He's going to go into Denver, and he's going to pick them apart because he's still Brett Favre, the living legend. And that team is looking really good this year. I look at Green Bay and I see, you know what, they have a very good shot again to the NFC Championship game. And this game against Denver, who's, you know, a above par team in the AFC. They're not the class, they're not the elites, they're not an Indianapolis, they're not a New England, they're not even a Pittsburgh. But they're around there somewhere. They're a skosh below. But I think Green Bay's going to show, you know what, Green Bay can play at that level and above. By going into Denver and beating them. So I take Green Bay, I take the points, I take the money. You're going to be a happy fella. And those are my picks for Week 8 NFL. Remember, you know, Small Cap Sports Bar. You get all your football picks, you get all your stock picks. Don't forget ATNOD. Back the truck up on that, 5 cents a share. Take care.